Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome to your next reading. This is going to be about awakening willpower for reaching your goals. And for this, I chose 3 decks. And from each deck, I chose the King of Wands because this card is depicted as the most willpower force card in tarot. And I chose these decks because I thought the King of Wands in each deck are very unique and very beautiful. So group number 1, the King of Wands. This is how it looks like. For group number 2, we have a King of Wands with a lion in the background, standing in the desert, looking very concerned and ready to go. And for group number 3, I chose this lovely King of Wands. This is how it looks like. So, my beautiful souls, please take a moment and choose one of the piles. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. See you in your reading. Hello group 1, welcome to your reading about awakening of your willpower for reaching your goals. So you chose this beautiful King of Wands lady here. And I already laid out a few cards from your tarot. And it is starting off very good with the Ace of Swords and then a card with 2 lions. And the lion is, as you maybe saw in the intro, the second card had the King of Wands with the lion in the background. And it's a lot of times the lion is represented with the element of fire and determination and willpower. So it makes a lot of sense that a lion is coming up here in a reading for willpower. So the reading is starting off very good. You have this Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is some kind of gift you are getting from above. Maybe in a form of an opportunity for a presentation, to present your work, to present your ideas. Maybe just in the form of an idea that you get overnight, that you get in a moment where you search clarity in general in life, and then you come up with an idea how to move forward. Also, to have an Ace of Swords here right at the beginning is a good sign, because it shows that there's a new cycle starting here when it comes to your willpower. So in order to start gaining more willpower, you have to listen to whatever comes to your mind in the next time. Maybe there's going to be a very fruitful idea, or just some opportunity for a very good constructive communication with someone, with the team you work with, being strategic, or with your boss. But whatever it is going to bring you fulfillment and success on your way. And it's an ace that you should grab. And it's nothing that you did yourself. It's more something that you earned and you are getting granted for. And you're probably starting off with having already being in a possession for great willpower. You're probably someone who already has that and has a bunch of ideas and already has some form of an empire, maybe in form of a family, because we also see over here some little piglets, but we're going to get there. So now we have this part here with 2 swords cards, which is interesting because we are starting off with an Ace of Swords. But here we have 2 very strong swords cards. The 8 of Swords is talking about someone who is not able to see how to get out of a situation, out of their own thoughts, this person cannot, she or she cannot go out of her head. And here we have this beautiful King of Wands lady, and it seems to be like it's the same person, just in a very different state of mind. Both are women, but they are completely different. You see, she's a victim of her own mind, and she's using her mind for her best abilities. But why is that? It is probably because of some experiences of defeat. Maybe you were working in a team and things were not working out very well. We will see what else the tarot has to tell you about this year, but it's very depicted that those cards and with that card they go together. And then we have the 10 of Diamonds here, and it's an equivalent for the 10 of Pentacles actually. And we have this very satisfying looking wild forest pig over here with her piglets. It's a very cute card. Yeah, and the 10 of Diamonds is always talking about fulfillment, success, being like very feeling very fulfilled and having nothing that's left that you want, because you already have, you possess everything. And that's the state you want to be in. And not that. So yeah, let's see what the tarot here has to tell us more about in your reading. So Spirit, please let us know if there's any more information you have on the Ace of Swords for group number 1, about their willpower, about the awakening of their willpower for reaching their goals. Ooh. It's a lot of cards. I'm not taking those, it's too many. But I'm going to take those 2 cards over here. And this one was the first one. Yeah, it's a Justice card. That makes a lot of sense, because she's also holding a sword in her hand. Followed up by the Ace of Wands, which is very good, because we are talking about, with willpower, we are always talking about confidence, about fire energy, about the wand energy, about getting into action, being determined about your goals, and, you know, kind of like a go-getter energy. Yeah, and the Justice card. The Ace of Swords here is here because in form of something that, some kind of like good karma that you gained. Some kind of good karma you gained, you know, this hand with the sword here is her hand with the sword, and the Justice is always weighing out the good and the bad we are thinking or doing in life, and upon that she is deciding if she is giving us good or bad karma here. And you probably were very determined and very good in something. In this deck she has a very golden dress, which is always talking, that color gold is always talking about ambition and reaching goals, and, you know, the gold medal, wealth. And even in this card, the clouds in the forefront are white, but the ones in the background are kind of golden looking, right? Kind of yellow golden color. And there's the crown, and the crown is always golden, plus the lion has golden fur. Yeah, there's something depicted here already that is showing up in the 10 of Pentacles, in the original card, the 10 of Pentacles. And here we have the Ace of Wands, and she is opening a book, and the flower is blossoming out of the book, and it's similar to the red rose over here in the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is talking about 2 aspects, about the aspect of fulfillment in the sense of wealth and grounded energies like pentacle energies, and nature, fulfillment, richness in any form in nature. And in the material world, the physical world, things we can create and build. And it's coming in the form of good karma and the option of having a chance to find clarity on some topic in your life, for you to be able to be in a lion kind of state of mind. It's very interesting. So, Spirit, can you tell us something more about the lion card over here? What can you tell us about the lion card for group number 1? Oh, this one wants to come out. Do you have any more information here for group number 1? This one wants to come out. Yes, so we are going to take these 2 cards. It is the King of Swords, of course. The King of Swords and the King of Cups. Yeah. Yeah, so here we have another lady with a sword, but in a form of a needle in her hand. It is the King of Swords, but again, it's here depicted as a woman, because in this deck a lot of male characters in the original tarot are painted here as a woman. Not everyone. There's also male people in this tarot deck, but most are women. I really like that, because it also shows that, of course, women or people who are not associated, at least, or feeling associated with being in the male gender, and everyone has, no matter if you're man or woman or anything in between, you have this kind of king energy aspect in you. And the King of Cups, also a woman over here, and she is like the ships of her emotions, and the ships are coming in, they're sailing in here with probably new contracts or new possibilities, maybe a ship that is going to take you out for a new adventure even. But it's very clear that you are someone who is already very accomplished, because you have 2 aces here and you have a lot of king energy plus the Justice card. And maybe those 2 lions are both of these kings over here. The King of Swords, a king who is holding the Ace of Swords in his hand, and the King of Cups, a lion who is able to live a family life, who give a lot of love to the lion cubs or to the lioness. So you already are a very, very determined person. And you already possess a lot of control in your emotions and control over your thoughts and your plans, and you are going for it. And the King of Swords is actually the strongest king of all the kings, because he is embodying the power of every king in the tarot. He's embodying the power of the King of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the King of Wands, which is making him the King of Swords. So I would not wonder if we are going to have other kings here or queens coming up. Let's see. Yeah. it's interesting because the King of Cups over here is a king that has a lot of control over his own emotions, but is able to feel them, but is not letting his emotion crumble him down. But here we have two energies that are talking about like the opposite of that. They are like a victim of their own thoughts or of the words other people tell them. So, Spirit, can you give us more information about these two cards over here? Maybe there's something you can tell us about these two swords cards. Whoa. 3 cards want to come out. Okay, I'll put this like this over here. Yeah, we have another Queen. We have the Empress and the Queen of Swords. And the Knight of Pentacles. All right. So what I'm seeing here is that, you know, the Empress is a very fruitful character. She's like the opposite of her. The Empress is pregnant. She's pregnant with a baby. But she's pregnant in any sense. She's like nature is pregnant all the time. There's always plants coming out of the ground, no matter if they're good or bad plants, but they are just, nature is blooming and has its own force of determination all the time, and the Empress knows about that. It's Mother Earth. The Empress is also like a lioness, you know. It's very similar to the characteristics we would give a lion woman, a female lion, feline it's called. Yeah, the feline. The Queen of Swords over here is also like the opposite of that. So I'm seeing here already that you need to get out of your head, because sometimes you're probably stuck in it. You are this energy, but sometimes you let your subconscious talk to you so that your consciousness is acting out of what your subconscious negative thoughts are telling you. So you need to overcome that somehow. You need to find a way to get out of your head about it. And those cards are not so much talking about this card here, because in the end it doesn't matter what there was before, why you are in that state. It doesn't matter what kind of experience you had. What matters is to find a way to get out of it and to come into the power of the Empress and the Queen of Swords. And the Knight of Pentacles is very beautiful. Over here she's sitting on this horse that is made out of leaves from a tree. It's again a very fruitful, a very nature, a plant-like energy like the Empress, but in the form of a knight. So maybe this Empress is pregnant with the Knight of Pentacles, you know, because compared to her, this knight looks way younger. And yeah, it could be that you are supposed to look out for a Knight of Pentacle energy and get up on your own horse, like after a battle. Don't just stand there and cry. Get on with your life and go on your horse and move forward. Of course, take your time if you need it for crying, but after that, just transform yourself by your own willpower. And here's a lot of single energies we are seeing here, except here and over here. But it's clear that we do not want to be in this kind of pair-up situation with some narcissistic energies, toxic energies, bully energies. envy energies. We don't want to be in such an energy, because this energy is giving us this mental state. So Spirit, maybe you can tell us more about the Ten of Pentacles over here. How are those cards leading to the Ten of Pentacles? How is group number 3 awakening their willpower for reaching their goals? The Ten of Pentacles. Can you tell us something more about the Ten of Pentacles? We have the Lovers, yes. The Emperor. Ooh. It's a lot of cards. It's too many cards. I'm not gonna take those. Or maybe a lot of time. Let's see. I'm not gonna take those. It's too many for this reading, so I think we are going to stay with those 2 cards here. It's no problem. Yeah, so we have the Lovers and the Emperor, which is very beautiful because we already have the Empress over here. So this is talking about combining your feminine and masculine energies. And I'm saying that because the Lovers card is always about combining both sides. Practical side, mental state, practical, nurturing state. All the different elements like day and night, black and white, female and masculine, and reflecting both to each other. And here we have the Emperor that is pairing up wonderfully with the Empress, and in the middle we have the Lovers. And if we do that, we are gonna get birth then to our little piglets. The piglets are more like the pentacles, you know. If we combine both sides in life, then we are going to give birth to new ideas, to new pentacles. We are going to earn new pentacles. The justice can work in our favor here, if we let it. If we are taking our Ace of Swords right at the beginning. And I would also advise you to never give up whenever you are in this state, and to always remember your Ace of Swords, that you can always come back to your like first idea that give you inspiration for reaching your goals. And there's wonderful goals over here. It's like the goal fulfillment of all cards, the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Diamonds. So group number 1, I hope this helped. So this was your reading, and yeah, bye bye, see you in your next reading. Hello group number 2, welcome to your reading about how to awaken your willpower for reaching your goals. So you chose this very, very beautiful King of Wands over here with the lion in the background. And I was already pulling out some tarot cards over here, and it is starting with the Hanged Man. Then we have a card with a probably it's a cougar, some kind of a lion, a big cat, maybe a panther also. And then I was drawing the 2 of Cups, and after that fell out the Knight of Wands and the 10 of Cups. So this is like the main card, but I also took those 2 cards in consideration, so that's why I put them up here too. And the same as with the 8 of Spades, which is like an equivalent to the 8 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, and with that came along the King of Clubs, which is the King of Wands actually. So there is our story today. It is leading us to the King of Wands over here. So yeah, let's start. For you, this not the king of hanged man, the hanged man. Interesting that I said that. The hanged man is always an energy of looking within, not necessarily going on meditation, but somehow doing a form of meditation, at least being alone, out in nature maybe, taking some time off, heal something, write about something, doing therapy. So in case you are in therapy at the moment, continue that. It's very important because it is going to give you another perspective on things that you're dealing with. That's what I'm seeing here right away. And I'm seeing here a very single energy at the beginning. Then we have this cat card with a cougar or a panther. And he is also very almost lonely, but he is looking at something. He is very determined. He has a very determined look, doesn't he? But he's sitting up high, probably on the top of a mountain, at least on top of some rocks. And he's watching something. Maybe he's watching the healing, how the healing process is going on. And then we have a totally different energy here, at least a more get-together energy over here with the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is above the Two of Cup characters over here. We have a lion with 2 angel wings, and this lion is bringing healing, and is bringing sexual energy, is bringing willpower, but whatever he brings to those people, it's in a spiritual sense of a get-together, partnering up, making friendships, communicate, get together with people, and it is also talking about both sides in one person, 2 aspects, a feminine, a masculine aspect. But probably once you healed the parts you needed to heal, you are ready. A spirit will make you ready to pair up again with people. This is a very decent energy, the Two of Cups still. But here we have the Knight of Wands with the 10 of Cups. And this is one step before the King of Wands. So it is showing me that after you did that, you are already growing into the energy of a Knight of Wands. It's like in the middle of the way. If you pair up and if you pair up with people in a group and you are going to, that's like underlying this card. If you start doing that, it's also still a card of healing both sides, because you changed your perspective here. But with that, you are going to start believing in your power again. You start believe, actually, I think there is more out there. Here I wasn't sure, and I was still watching myself and watching things and maybe the outside. But we can see in this card that you chose for this reading, in the King of Wands, we have a lion in the back who has our back. It is already there, and we just need to find it. And here the lion is sitting very quietly, very humble and decent on this rock. And here the horse is very determined, trying to get also trying to get at those 2 people, but in a good sense, because the sky is blue and it's a fire energy. He's a go-getter. He's someone who's coming in very fast and maybe moving out very fast too, because he's still a bit immature, but he's mature enough to do things and to get into action. And this lion over here like over here, it's a lion spirit in the form of a spirit. We have over here the lion in form of spirit who has your back, and he is drawn on this card above him. And here above these two aspects of us, we have the lion who is watching out for us like a guardian angel, and is watching our growth. But in case you're someone who's missing out on people in life, missing out on group of friends, or maybe you had bad experiences with people before, Spirit is advising you to look at these things and to slowly but surely get into contact with people again. See how the man is touching her cup and her hand very softly. It's not an aggressive energy. It's a very loving energy and very decent. And this energy, one day, the Two of Cups, if two people get together, after a while they can grow into the Ten of Cups energy. And here we have the same couple, but with children and with a happy home over here, fulfilled, emotional, fulfilled life. The Hanged Man is also talking about depression. If that's the case, then please go and find someone to start a therapy with. Yeah. But here I can clearly see that once you get out there, and you're not forced to get out there like at the Knight of Wands right away, you are going to get into this energy after you start pairing up. Maybe with a mate, maybe just with co-workers or with friends. And here we have the Eight of Swords energy, which we also had in reading number 1. And it's really cute because it's this hunting dog and he's smelling the little bird that's hiding here in the nest. It doesn't really have a tarot meaning, this picture, but I really like this playing card, so that's why I use it for tarot. Just wanted to show you. And here we have the King of Wands energy, the goal. We want to reach at least the goal for awakening our willpower. And it tells us again, this card, the Eight of Spades, is talking about a person who is blindfolded and who is too much in their head. It is in a way a part of the Hanged Man energy, but the Hanged Man is a necessary it's a necessary therapy in life, to a necessary healing and necessary change of perspective to get out of this kind of energy. But you are always able yourself to change it. It's not an energy from the outside that's pulling you down. It's your own thoughts, your own subconscious mind that's too negative. But you probably transformed it over here. At least you are having a chance. It's very clearly stated. But let's see. Let's ask Spirit. I pre-shuffled your cards. And let's ask Spirit on what he has to say, or what she has to say about your reading. Please, Spirit, can you give us some more information about the Hanged Man over here? Oh, there was like a card over here. I want to give this card a few more chances because it's a very powerful card. Okay. Yeah, I think 4 cards are enough already. We have the Page of Wands. I think this was the second one, right? I'm not sure, but it doesn't matter. The Ten of Pentacles, yes, wonderful. We have the Ten of Cups and we have the Ten of Pentacles. Then we have the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. Yeah, as I see this, the Four of Cups energy is very similar to a Hanged Man. It's like the pre-state before the Hanged Man. She is having already 3 cups, and she is not seeing or knowing what to do with the 4th cup, but she's longing for it. She's longing for this, but she's too much in her head and too much dealing in her mind with the things that did not work out in her life. The 3 cups that did not give her fulfillment. She's too much focused on that. And she's like on the brink of the start of a depression. Because in the 5 of Cups, there is a person who is grieving a lot and also is too much focused on the losses in life. Has not transformed yet. And this is also like this is more like being bored, just being bored and not knowing what to do, which step to take. But Spirit is handing us a very colorful, bright, with rainbow colors, cup here. And we are not wanting to see it, or we are just not seeing it because we are too much focused on something else. But we need to maybe look around, take this cup, and then go up to this tree and hang ourselves in the tree upside down to have a perspective, a change of perspective over here. Hang ourselves on a tree with a foot, of course not literally, but just in a theoretical, spiritual sense, to get some change of mind. And here we have the 4 of Pentacles, another 4 energy with the 4 of Cups. The 4 energy, the 4s are usually talking about, number 4 is talking about stability. But in the tarot, the 4 energy is, it's not a big number like an 8, a 9, or a 10. It's still a 4. So we do have accomplished things, but we are holding on to it too much. She's holding on too much to her emotions that were not really fulfilling. She wants more, but she doesn't know how, and she's bored. And she is not so much bored, she's more clinging to her pentacles she has. But she knows that there is more, but she's afraid to go out there and get more. So I would put these 2 underneath each other, and the Page of Wands comes right before the Knight of Wands, which comes right before the King of Wands. So it's a start here. The Page of Wands is grabbing an Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands always gives us a spark, an idea for getting getting into action, for getting something. It's not so much an idea of a thought, of a plan. It's more an initiation of the inner flame to manifest things and to go out there and actually do it, in order for us in the future to reach our 10 of Pentacles. She knows that the 10 of Pentacles exists, but she's clinging on to the pentacles she has, and she's afraid to invest them into a life that in the end that would lead her to a rich community. And rich in any sense, rich can mean money, yes, and mean real pentacles, but it can also just mean a rich community life with people, with friends, or with family, or with in your job, with co-workers, with the team you're working with. Could mean all of that, or just some of that. Depends on what you are looking for. And now let's look at our little single cougar here. Spirit, do you have anything to tell us about the cougar? Yes. So we have the World card. Wow. Okay. The World card with the cougar. Yeah. I can tell you, you are definitely going to reach big success in life. We have the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups and the World card so far, and let's see what comes out next. Plus we know that you are going to reach a full awakening of your willpower, and we really see like a story here from the Page over to the 9 over to the King. Like, this is a very strong reading. And the World card with the Cougar is like the opposite of it. It's like he is single and alone, but she's fulfilled, and she completely transformed herself and completed her cycle to be able to get to a new chapter. So probably like a fulfillment of a cycling up of healing, you know. You did your work, or you are going to do your healing work, and it is going to lead you to, with that you are closing up an old cycle, you know, old energies where you were clinging on to things, maybe clinging on to old relationships or to old material things. And you have a spark of a new ambition, of new ideas that are going to give you more, but you are afraid yet to do it. But once you go out there and starting to get together with people, you are closing up that lonely cycle here. So Spirit, can you tell us something more about the Two of Cups together with the Knight of Wands and the 10 of Cups? The Two of Cups, Spirit. Okay. Do you have any more information? Okay, so we have 3 cards now. Yeah, the King of Pentacles. Very good. It's the first king, I think, already. Like, no, okay, that's the first king. Of course, we have a king over here, but this is at the end. So you are going to reach a lot of success in a material sense. Maybe through money, or just material possessions, or fulfillment with... It doesn't matter, you don't have to be rich for being in the state of a King of Pentacles. But whatever gives you the feeling of richness in life. Having access to good food, to good books maybe, and like even he is sitting like in a library here, like the 10 of Pentacles. Is a very laid-back, chilled guy, but very smart. He's studied very well, and he knows how to create a pentacle. And he's supported here with a wolf energy. Yeah. And he created his 10 of Pentacles, like. But he's also giving us an Ace of Pentacles. So let's see what we have here. Oh. The Ace of Wands. Wow. This is like the Ace of Wands that the Page of Pentacles is shooting up to the air. The Ace of Wands. Yeah, that makes sense, because he's holding an Ace of Wands in his hand. And the Page of Swords. Yes. The Page of Swords is learning. And the King of Pentacles is sitting in the library, and the Page of Swords is learning here, studying to get some insights. It's a very fresh new energy. Like you closed off a cycle. That's for sure. You closed off a cycle here. But you are also starting a new one. You know, not just because you already know a lot of things, you do not stop learning, you know. You still go out there and learn and study. Because you can feel that spark inside of you very, very much. You can very much feel that spark of the Ace of Wands. The inner flame. That whenever you visualize, it's like an advice here to go and visualize every day what you are longing for, what your goals are. Because you probably are very good. You probably learned already, and everything there is to learn about manifestation. Yeah, and look, I intuitively mix the cards now. I did not do this on purpose. Yeah. Very, very nice. And let's look at those two cards, the Eight of Spades and the King of Clubs. What do you have to tell us about this? Spirit, is there any more information about the last two cards for group number 2? It's a beautiful, beautiful reading. Yeah, I think that's it. Spirit told us everything we need to know already. We have another ace, the Ace of Pentacles. So we have the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the other aces are already in the hands of a page and a knight. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles, it's talking about things that are given to us and that we are giving to other people in a fair shared situation. Like whatever we gave, we always get back from the universe, but in a form that for something that we really need. It's talking about fair transactions between people. And you know, this Ace of Pentacles, that is this one hand from above giving us, is this one, this is the Ace of Pentacles, and it's giving to us. And once we plant it to the ground, we are going to get our Ten of Pentacles, which we already had, hadn't we? Yeah, we have it over here. And the Ten of Pentacles is in his mind, and he is manifesting this. Yeah, maybe I need to change my own perspective on the Hanged Man, because in this reading I can clearly see that it's not just a person who is an energy where you are in therapy and you are dealing with your emotions and the experiences in life and heal yourself. But it can also, because usually he has a yellow halo around his head, which is talking about getting insights and getting a new perspective. And it's not really a halo here, this Ace of Wands, but it can probably, it depends on the reading, can also talk about hanging yourself upside down to change your perspective, to get inspiration for new manifestations. Yeah, and at the end, the more darker energy of the Eight of Spades is an energy that we accomplished to overcome, because the other cards are very, very positive over here, and we have the Ace of Pentacles that is outruling this card, plus we have a Six of Pentacles. And then in the end we are going to reach our King of Wands energy that we were asking for. So never give up on learning new things, and be grateful for the things you already have accomplished in life, especially if once you fulfilled one cycle. And always go with new ideas you have, because you are a very, very strong manifester. We can see that here. He is also manifesting this pentacle. He manifested this, and now it's a pentacle in his hand. But then again, never stop learning and going out there. And then whenever an Ace of Pentacle comes to you, grab it. And then maybe do transactions and do something good with your money. As an example, do something good for the world, invest it in good projects and good things and good ideas. And whenever someone wants to invest in you, take it. Be that King of Clubs over here. Group number 2. This was your reading. Tell me about your story here. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, group 2. See you in the next reading. Bye bye. Hello, group number 3. This is your reading for awakening your willpower and how to reach your goals. So, very, very fascinating thing happened here. While I put out your cards, I was shuffling. I usually shuffle the decks, and then whatever cards are falling out here, for instance, in this deck, 2 cards came out, here another 2 cards, and here as well. So it's 2, always 2. Plus in this deck, you can see like this is a deck, and it usually looks like this, you know, different animals on each card. But I was shuffling and shuffling and shuffling, and no card wanted to come out, like no card at all. And then I just put it up here, and I thought, okay, I will I take out the other cards and then come back to it. So I looked at it, and I took it back, and I shuffled it again, and no card came out. So I thought maybe I just need to wait until the reading, so I was putting it back again until like the reading starts, and maybe I shuffle in front of you. But we are talking about willpower, and the willpower, the animal that stands mostly for the willpower, is a lion. And here we have a lion on the back of each card, you know. Isn't that cute? So I take it more as a sign. Of course there's a lion card in here too, and we had that in group 1 and 2, we had some cats on the card, some big cats. But I would just take it like that and leave it like this. And I also really like this lion. He looks very satisfied, and it's really cute. So I just take the back of the card. I never did that, but that's probably what Spirit wanted me to do here. Yeah, and we also have a little orange cat over here in the King of Wands card that you chose for yourself. So that's very nice. Yeah, so we are starting your reading now. We have the 8 of Swords, the King of Cups, then a lion. And this is the Justice card, the Star card, the 10 of Hearts, and the King of Diamonds, which is the 10 of Hearts, is the 10 of Cups energy, and the King of Diamonds is the energy of the King of Pentacles. So we were asking for the King of Wands energy, but the King of Pentacles energy, I mean, they are all kings, and it's very similar in a way. Since a king, we also have a King of Cups here already, is already representing like the highest form of impersonification of energy. So, since we have always 2 pairs here, and since it is starting off with the King of Cups, it gives me an idea that group number 3, that you are looking out for a mate. Maybe you are just looking out for your Ace of Cups, we will see. But for some reason you are like stuck in your head about things, and it's very interesting. This card appeared in my last readings very often, and in this reading, in group number 1 and 2, it appeared also. So maybe you want to check out the other readings or the other groups. Especially in my last reading, I also had those 2 cards in one, at least in one group, with that card. So yeah, you know what it tells me? The King of Cups is looking like almost very longing, but like he is satisfied, but he's still longing. And this little lion, you know, they're kind of like smiling at each other and being like, wouldn't it be nice if we would meet one day, or if we would get if we could deal with each other better than we used to, maybe, in case you know this person already. And the 8 of Swords energy is an energy where you are stuck in your head with by your own thoughts, and you cannot see a way out, but there is a way out, and a very simple one. You just need to stop being in this mental state of being. because this is not an energy where other people, other energies are forcing you to be that way. It's your own self who's doing that. So there's probably a love topic where you are too much in your head when it comes to your emotions. And there is some kind of imagination you have, some kind of like wish you have when it comes to this topic of emotional fulfillment or love. So the awakening of your willpower maybe will happen after you meet someone or through meeting someone, or we are in generally talking about the awakening of your love willpower, your willpower in love. But let's see. And now we have the Justice and the Star card. Those two cards also came out together, and they are very strong cards. They are major arcana cards, so we have to consider them as very important here in this reading. We could put them up also, but I would just leave them here. And those two cards together is talking about very, very good karma coming your way about this topic. Once you change the state of mind, the universe is going to give you at least a lot of healing and a lot of good fortune for your future. And then we have the Ten of Cups and the King of Pentacles. You're probably longing for the King of Cups energy in your life, or you possess that energy yourself. That's what I'm seeing more, and you're kind of like wishing for this lion over here. And you're going to end up in the Ten of Hearts energy with a lot of baby rabbits and get your King of Pentacles, or at least the King of Pentacles energy. You know, they are different, the cards on each side. Yeah. But let's see. So in the stars for you, there is like emotional fulfillment and complete happiness with a mate. I see this over here. So let's see what the tarot cards have to tell us. I already pre-shuffled it. So let's see. Spirit, what else can you tell us about group number 3's reading about awakening their willpower for reaching their goals in love, I guess. I see it for now as a love reading, but let's see where it goes. And starting with the Eight of Swords. What can you tell us about? Whoa, the Eight of Swords. Yes, it's definitely a love reading. Okay, there's too many cards, but interesting enough, we have an King of Pentacles over here. That is your goal. So this card jumped out. The first, it's the Two of Swords. No, wait, this what was the first one? The Lover's card. This was the first one, the Lover's card. And see how they are holding their hands, and it's so cute in this card because of the little cats in the middle. They are also holding their tails in the shape of a heart. It's so cute. I really love it. It's really, really, really cute. So, and we also have the Ten of Cups again. So completely like this is already, those two cards are already like your talking about your goals, your wish fulfillment over here. And you're probably in your head about it a lot. In a negative form. Yeah, but the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is also someone who's blindfolded. So there's some blindfolded energy here. You're too much in your head about these topics, about emotions, about meeting someone, having a happy family, or at least couple life. And you need to get out of this mental state. And you can those two cards are always talking about you just need to do it. And you just need to take off the blinds. There's no one. You have no chains. There's no real chains. You just seem to be in a prison, but you're not. You can always turn around, take off the blinds, and go along your way. The Two of Swords is always talking about indecisiveness. It's like those two cards are the opposite of the High Priestess. The High Priestess has a strong connection to her intuition. But this figure over here is not connecting with their emotions very much. But all that this person longs for isn't a very emotional life, but a controlled one, like the King of Cups energy. Someone who is actually maintaining a lot of control of their emotions. So Spirit, what else can you tell us about the King of Cups? Who is this, or what kind of energy is this? Yeah, of course, the Two of Cups. It's a strong confirmation. This is about love again. So this is your wish fulfillment here. And what else can you tell us about the Lion card? Oh my god, another King of Cups. This is crazy. Like these are moments like where it's like I'm getting like chills all over my body. The King of Cups, look at this. This is wonderful. 2 King of Cups already. Yeah. So now we have the Justice and the Star card. Spirit, what else can you tell us about these 2 cards over here for our story? Do you have another card for us? Wish fulfillment with the World card and the Queen of Swords. Yes. Makes a lot of sense that underneath the Justice card is the Queen of Swords, because both figures are holding a sword in their hand. Here the Justice card is holding her sword, and the Queen of Swords is always holding her sword up. And yeah, so this card here is talking about the sword side of the card, about the whenever universe is cutting some cords for us, or in the attitude of the Queen of Swords, and she is like the no bullshit queen. She is always cutting off people out of her life if necessary for her own good, or cutting out anything that's not good for her. She knows how to do it, and she is doing it. But here, the universe is doing it for us. The universe is cutting out all the bad stuff, all the bad karma for us, so that we will have a good fortune here. It's like super positive, this reading, I have to say. It's like the Star card over here. A wish that we have is slowly pouring down from above, nurturing us, something we longed for a long time. And of course we longed for this emotional fulfillment. And here she is pouring from 2 vessels water, the water of good fortune, down to us. And the World card, this is like the last card of the major arcana. So this is like the end of a cycle here. Probably the end of some kind of loneliness we had before. And you know, this Lion is also, he's closing his eyes, and he's kind of like manifesting that way, you know, when you visualize something, when you manifest something, you affirm something in your head, in your mind, you usually, most people, they close their eyes while doing it. Maybe before you look at a writing, or read something, or you saw beautiful pictures, but then you close your eyes and try to imagine it yourself, being there. It could also mean that maybe you meet this person throughout some vacation you have. She also looks like having a good vacation over here on the beach. But whenever you let go, you will fulfill the cycle that you had, and the wishes that are already in your mind, in your soul and your heart, are coming true now. So Spirit, what else can you tell us about the Ten of Cups that we already have over here at the beginning of the reading? With the Knight of Diamonds. No, not the Knight, I'm sorry, the King of Diamonds. It's not the Knight, because it's a K, but it's a King. No. It's a King. So Spirit, what else can you tell us about the Ten of Hearts, Ten of Diamonds for this reading? Or I think there was a flipping card. No, there wasn't a flipping card. Thank you for the first cards. Is there anything else you want to tell us about these two energies? Like the gold energy. Yeah. Oh my god. Guys, this is so scary. You saw me shuffling, right? I mean, I already had this moment over here with that card while pre-shuffling everything, but it's like, look, we have the King of Pentacles again. And here we have the King of Pentacles also. So it's like a very, very strong indication that there is a King of Pentacles for you. And at first we had this card coming out. I will put the World card a bit above our beautiful Queen of Swords. Yeah, and look, I was talking about cutting the swords at the cords with the knife, right? Wasn't I? Like taking the knife, the universe is cutting some cords for us. For some reason I had this picture in my head, and here we have the death card. He is also having a sword and a cord in front of him that he is working on. It's almost cut it through. Yeah. Very, very nice confirmation here. Something is maybe something that you always thought is like a magical wall that you cannot get through yet in life. When it comes to love, is the universe is like destroying it, like this magical wall, like in the background here with this huge stone formation of a castle. But it's all in your head, it's not really there. And then the last card, we had the Knight of Swords. Yes, the Knight of Swords is a very determined knight. He's very ambitious and very much going forward. And he's also using his swords for his best ability. It's still a bit immature energy. It's not a King of Swords, but nevertheless, it doesn't matter. We have like those beautiful sword cards here, even though the Death card is not a sword card or the Justice, but it's this one thing they have in common is that they are using their sword for making decisions. And this lady over here has a lot of swords, but she is not making any decisions with those swords. It's the swords, the negative swords that are in our head, that are against us, but here we grab the sword ourselves and we are making decision ourselves, and not life, letting life making the decisions for us. So it's very, very beautiful. And a strong confirmation that the awakening of your willpower is on the emotional level and is going to give you the goal in a form that the universe is taking the lead after a certain point of you starting to overcome this inner doubts and this inner conflict in your head, because it is only in your head. It's not really the truth. it's not really there. So group number 3, what a lovely reading here. You have a very lovely energy, and I wish you all the best, and see you in your next reading. Okay guys, bye bye.